That's JC and Eric down at Ken and Sarah's at in Lamont, Illinois. That's where Janice May was from the previous slide too, out in their backyard. And there's Eric. And here we are landing at the St. Paul, Minnesota airport in the wintertime. This is a shot of the airport out at Salt Lake City. And that's coming out of Salt Lake City going over the mountains. And this is a shot of the house that Mom and Dad lived right after they got married. I forget the name of the place, but it's out near Poindexter. And that's the house that Mom and Dad lived in when they first got married. Just another angle of it there. There's where we lived. It's called the Mac McKinley place. We lived there when I was about 6 years old. We lived there in 44, just before we moved out to Indiana. And that's the one-room school I went to when I was down in Kentucky. I started there. I went to about a half a year there. It was known as Poindexter School, and the old teacher's name was Mrs. Wiles. She looked like a female version of Abraham Lincoln. The place is now burned down. It's not there no longer. There's Eric with was our next door neighbor over in Woodland Trailer Park. I guess we went over to visit him when we came back down from St. Paul one time. Her husband finally moved out to Florida when he retired. And another shot. I think she gave Eric that old blue dog. This is the farm that Mr. Dunn was raised on down in Butler County. That's one of Hudson's daughters. I think her name was Ann. And that's Eric in the foreground there. This is about probably the spring of '68. Another shot there. That's Hudson's two daughters. I think it's Carol and Ann and Eric there messing with an old grindstone. You see the bottom stretching away in the distance there, and the Green River's down there around those trees. This is when we stopped by to see my cousin Fraser Daly Jr. That's one of his daughters, and they had a pet pig they had raised, and they rode it. They wanted to take Eric out and ride him around on that pig. They ride him just like a horse. Here's the whole group on the pig. This is down in Kentucky. Eric and one of his buddies out in front of the trailer park out at Prescott. Here's Eric calling one his Easter egg hunt. There's Eric hunting eggs. And here. See, Mom? See what I got? There's Mom and Eric in front of our little old 68 squareback Volkswagen. There's Eric and Janice May in front of the trailer. There's Eric and Janice May at the playground there. There's Eric coming down the slide. Eric and the slide. Eric coming off the slide. Eric and the merry-go-round. This is the playground at the drive-in theater there, I guess. Kids played on before the show. Eric and the merry-go-round. Eric playing peekaboo. This is Charles and William Bishop. We celebrate our birthdays in March 24th. This is probably in 1968, March 1968. Looks like it's at Mr. and Ms. Doolin's. Shot of the boat in Denton out in down around across Wisconsin, I believe. It's just a storm cloud shot out over the plains there that day. They were having tornadoes all over the place, and we were sort of watching for them as we were rolling down the road. This is a shot out on the Missouri River somewhere, down in Sioux City probably. Muddy, Missouri. Shot of Eric and some of his buddies. They liked Eric's swing set. Janice May and Eric and some of his buddies there. Trailer park up at Prescott. Oh, Eric must have had an owie. They're going with his buddies. Eric with the big kid. There's Janice May. There's Eric and Janice, the old 68 Volkswagen down by the Mississippi River. This is probably in the summer of '68. This is the 5 acres of property we bought up there. We used to own it one time. About 3/4 wooded, right out from Hastings, Minnesota.